Here we go. Here we go. Everybody's in here right now. Make sure you type a one. Make sure y'all can hear me. I see Robert in here. Jan in here. Debbie's in here. Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to FIFA Fridays.
Let me get the chat pulled up on the screen, man. We got to show a little stream today. You know what I'm saying? Just some good vibes. You know what I'm saying? Touch bases today. Nothing crazy. No big news in the media besides the biggest player in the WNBA, the biggest sports player in the world currently, Caitlin Clark, live at Nike headquarters. We're expecting big things coming soon, man. Caitlin's momentum since last year to, you know what I'm saying, well, December to now have been amazing. I'm not going to lie. Like, genuinely, I love the way they rolling this thing out slowly, but it's becoming a big thing over time. So when her shoe drop is like, bam, everybody's selling it out. One thing I want though is for Nike to make it international because we have a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, overseas that want Caitlin Clark product. Like she's that big, you know. If anybody's in here currently early on, I didn't even tweet that we're live right now. My apologies. Hold on, I'll requote this real quick. Let everybody know that we're live now. Hold on, live now. Get in here. Okay. Let's do it. All right. Tweet is out. Let's do it, chat. So, the WNBPA calling AT a draw. Huh? Hey, we just started. Please don't start trolling me already. Please don't start trolling. Tell me, please, no. Please tell me that's not true. Someone please tell me this is someone please tell me that's false news and that's made up. Please. Don't tell me I gotta search this up. It's true. Oh my gosh. Let's look at that first, bro. Oh my gosh. We just started, man. Like we just started the live stream and we already got some crazy news in the air. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let's check this out real quick. The WNBPA. Is this on X, Instagram? Where is this at, man? Hey, Venomous. When they say draw, do they mean like an artist? Like she drew, she made a painting or something? Like what do they mean by draw? It's on X. Hold on, let's see this, man. WNBPA. Oh my god, we just got started with FIFA Fridays and we're being trolled, man. We're gonna try to keep it positive today. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even gonna indulge in too much negativity. Let me see. WNBPA. All right, let me get this off the screen. All right, we stand with the players. October 9th. X. I don't see it on X. Come on now. I got to go to that Instagram. You can't tell me X. All right. Luckily, I had Instagram pulled up already. WNBPA. All right. Here we go. We got the WNBPA pulled up. Let me. 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's see. Which one is this? Is this a more recent post right here? 5 hours ago. All right. Let's see what the WNBA got for us, man. A WNBPA. So it says, what it would look like to pay WNBA players what they deserve. Article by David Berry. Let's get into it, okay? Next slide. The 2025 WNBA season has set records for attendance both in total and per game, even before the playoffs. More than 3 million fans have flocked to see stars like A'ja Wilson of the Las Vegas Aces and Alyssa Thomas of the Phoenix Mercury. By many measures, it's been the most successful season in league history, but the players aren't fully sharing that in that success. Wait. Did they just say Alyssa Thomas? No. This got to be a troll. Hold on. Let's just do a quick Google search real quick, all right? Let's just do the 3. No, let's just do the 5. Bottom 5. The 5 least watched teams of the 2025 WNBA season. You know, you got to fact check these things. The WNBA MBPA wouldn't say that for no reason, right? For the 2025 season, the teams with the lowest average home attendance indicating lower viewership in person and likely on TV included the Washington Mystics, Atlanta Dream, Dallas Wings, Connecticut Sun, and Chicago Sky. Chicago Sky as well? What? Oh, wait, hold on. We got regular season. Okay. So, Alyssa Thomas right here, Phoenix Mercury. Oh, wow. The 2 players they named are sitting right next to each other. A'ja Wilson, 2025 season. Okay. A'ja Wilson and Alyssa Thomas aren't even top 5. It's the Valkyries, the Fever, the Liberty, the Sparks, and the Storm. You know what's the common denominator in all these top teams? Golden State Valkyries have Kate Martin, Tammy Fat Bentley, two former teammates of Caitlin Clark. The Indiana Fever, current team of Caitlin Clark, right? The New York Liberty. New York always go hard for their supporters anyways. But let's say they, just some added support because of New York's embrace of the Caitlin Clark effect. Sandy Brondello embracing Caitlin Clark. Sabrina Ionescu embracing Caitlin Clark. Brianna Stewart, veterans in the league, genuinely embracing Caitlin Clark, giving her a warm welcome and getting the same, the welcome in return from Caitlin Clark's new fans in the WNBA. Los Angeles Sparks. LA always goes crazy, so I'm not too surprised by this. This is Los Angeles. Seattle Storm, Erica Wheeler. You got Dominic Malongo over there as well. NECA, if you. So, Alyssa Thomas and A'ja Wilson has nothing to do with even cracking top 5 when it comes to average. Not even like, it's actually funny that they're pushing this. These are the girls that are negotiating, by the way. These are the people that are negotiating, by the way. So already they're letting you know their thought process. They're already letting you know what's going on in their brain. They didn't mention Caitlin Clark. They didn't mention Angel Reese, even though Angel Reese is tied to Caitlin Clark. And it sucks because Angel Reese is not even up there right now, right? What else? Paige Beckers, they didn't mention. Dallas Wings, bottom 3. So it's like all the girls the machine pushing. And we talked about this a lot, guys. I always say the machine is pushing a lot of these women. And you're going to push away fans by you pushing the machine. I like to believe that. Organic. Everything organic always wins in the long run. Caitlin Clark is the closest thing to being organic. The only organic superstar I can say that we've seen in this league. She's not behind the scenes trying to push narratives, push agendas. She's not saying disgusting things on the internet. You can check her Twitter. Fans scroll through her tweets to find something negative about Caitlin Clark, and the closest thing they could find was raindrop, drop top, eyeball, non-stop, stop. Like, that's the closest thing you can find to Caitlin Clark. But anyways, let's continue, man. This is genuinely insane to say that more than 3 million fans have flocked to see stars like A'ja Wilson and Alyssa Thomas when they're not even top 5 in attendance. Like, this is actually embarrassing. The Valkyries, give the Valkyries their flowers. Give the Fever their flowers. The Liberty, the Sparks, even the Storm. Give a top 5, a top 3 team some flowers, You over here trying to push over these old veterans, these older people that you just want as the face of the league. It's new faces in town. It's Caitlin Clark. She's the face of the league, whether you like it or not. Moving on. Let's see if they said any else nonsense in here, man. Player revenue share per league. Owner share, players revenue share. So they're comparing it to the NHL 50-50, NFL 49-51, NBA 48-52, 48 going to the players, 49 in the NFL is going to the players, and 50 is going to the players. But in the WNBA is 9.3% for the WNBA. Now, this right here is just a funny graphic. Let me see what the comments are saying. Fans were flocking to watch Alyssa Thomas. Even the fans can't believe it. But it's like the WNBPA has to realize that your league, these are successful leagues that you're naming right now. NHL, NFL, and the NBA are successful leagues. The WNBA are just now starting to find success. So to compare you know what they say, comparison is the thief of all joy. This is the perfect representation of that. Moving on though, big moves in the Bay. Sportico reported that the WNBA's newest team and biggest draw, the Golden State Valkyries, are on pace to earn more than $70 million in revenue in 2025. While the player salaries remain static, the franchises they belong to are skyrocketing in value. Now, yes, the Caitlin Clark effect. We talked about this. Who was the #1 jersey selling out on the Golden State Valkyries? Kate Martin, right? Temmie, right? What are the common denominators to all of these uprisings? It is Caitlin. It's Elizabeth. We're just gonna start calling Caitlin Elizabeth. Is that what it is? Is it the name? Is it the name that you don't wanna you don't wanna promote? Let's just start calling her Elizabeth at this point. You know what I'm saying? Genuinely. In 2019, Joe Tsai, the billionaire co-founder of Alibaba Group, and his wife, Clara Wu Tsai, brought the New York Liberty for less than $15 million. Today, the Liberty is valued at $450 million, 30 times the sale price 6 years ago. This summer, investment groups paid $250 million each for expansion teams in Cleveland, Detroit, and Philadelphia. The average franchise value is up 180% in the last year alone. They're only looking at the numbers, but they're not paying attention to what they're bringing in. You know what I'm saying? You have nothing to do with an expansion team. I don't know why. I don't know when that even became a thing. The only way that Unrivaled could draw fans is if they hire an artist to sketch those fans. Oh my gosh, the numbers. But given the rapid growth in revenues and franchise value, it increasingly wait, hold on. But given the rapid growth in revenues and franchise values, it's increasingly difficult to believe it when the WNBA cries poverty. Do you guys think the WNBA is crying poverty? If they're willing to pay these girls over $1 million and they're not bringing in that much? No, Caitlyn is bringing it in. You just trying to, you know what I'm saying, leverage over what Caitlyn is bringing in. Once again, you want what she's bringing, but you don't want her. Make it make sense. You don't embrace Caitlyn. You shun her away every chance you get. You're attacking her on the court. The owners see it. The TV deals from Unrivaled is going to begin to fall out. You know what I'm saying? We just learned recently that they signed a 6-year deal and they can renegotiate in 3 years, which next year would make 3. So good luck with the pace that Unrivaled is on. These TV deals are about to fall out. Let's see if they start paying these girls the same amount. It's the same thing with the WNBA launching those player hubs. You got to understand, a lot of these players are genuinely playing with fire. They're towing the line, and they might get burned. They don't understand that all of these things being offered to you, like the Unrivaled, the short bag, you're thinking short term. Like, oh, look what Unrivaled is paying us. They're paying us more than the WNBA. Yeah, let's see how long that lasts. Oh, the player hub, they're giving us free, you know what I'm saying? They're giving us free facilities in case it's a lockout or a strike. They're offering charity. Yeah, let's see how long that lasts. Like, these facilities don't have their own clients and athletes that they have to provide for. You have to understand that these are temporary things. The WNBA is permanent. So you're shunning away a permanent situation to go hang around these, it's like having an affair and expecting that your partner is just gonna be home for you every time. No, one day you're gonna come home and the lock will be changed. If I'm the owners, every offer I give from now on is going to be worse and worse. I'm not gonna keep negotiating. That's why they left y'all on red. That's why they're not arguing with you. They're not debating no more. They're not even giving you no more proposals, no more responses, because you girls have lost your mind. To say something like this just shows me the thought process of all these girls. To say that more than 3 million fans have flocked to see stars like A'ja Wilson and Alyssa Thomas, said nobody ever. Nobody ever has ever I don't know what more you need to see like what's the state of mind of these players. But it's embarrassing, man. They just embarrass themselves the more they talk. Will we see change with this new round of contract negotiations? Will we finally see WNBA players paid millions of dollars? The explosion in attendance and franchise values says there has never been a better time for the gender wage gap in professional basketball to be closed. Once again, guys, have they ever heard of revenue transparency? Verified revenue transparency? I don't think they have. I think they're just looking at the numbers right now and they're like, look, we deserve this. Oh, we made this, we deserve that. No, that's not how it works. See, the NBA, if LeBron James goes down, the business still runs. With the WNBA, when Caitlin Clark went down, things went down. Luckily, Caitlin Clark was still in the building, still bringing fans, still. How many of you guys in this chat right now were still watching Fever games mainly because Caitlin Clark were at these games? And how many less of you would not be watching these games if Caitlin Clark weren't at these games? I don't think I would have continued watching the Fever if Caitlin wasn't on the sideline celebrating. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I can't stomach watching Stephanie White hoops with no CC on the sideline, at least giving us some type of show. I got to be honest with you guys. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, don't look at the viewership numbers of 2025 and be like, oh, Caitlin didn't play. No, but Caitlin was still in front of the cameras. Caitlin Clark fans will watch Caitlin Clark watch paint dry. That's how entertaining Caitlin Clark is. Anyways, moving on. Oh, that was the end of it. All right, let's get back to the positive, though. You know what I'm saying? Now, before we were rudely interrupted by the WNBPA's delusions, etc., let's look at the GOAT, Caitlin Clark, who's getting more clicks at a Nike visit than Unrivaled is on national television. This is genuinely crazy. Let's look at this, man. Look at C22. Look at the welcome she got. You got him hyping her up from behind. Kaylin looks a little nervous. You could tell she's like, I don't know. Does she looks as big as she is, she still kind of looks a little nervous. Like maybe this is just a big I can imagine she's nervous because like imagine being in her shoes. Like it's different when you're on the court and you're used to a crowd, but being in Nike, knowing the history, knowing as a kid, like we all wore Nike, like Nike's the biggest company in the sports world. Like I'm pretty sure she just has butterflies in her stomach's like, wow, this is a real moment, you know. More of Caitlin Clark at Nike headquarters. Let's look at this. C22. She missed it. This girl is insane. She said, "There we go." Before the ball even went in, she said, "There we go." That's crazy. Oh my God. And Kaylin, we need this jacket. Yeah. We need the A. Nike, you're on the clock. We need the A. I ain't gonna lie. Nike's trying to make us go broke this year. Facts or not, Nike is trying to make us go broke this year. Oh my God, I'm gonna be copying every CC merch ever. I still need the CC sweatsuit. That little, oh my God, I'm still trying to get my hands on that. I have it soon though. Gotta help welcome Caitlin Clark at the campus today. Let's go. Like, look at the production team they rolled out for CC, man. Look at this. Look at this. And look at how packed that hallway is. Oh my goodness. Like, they really rolled out the gray carpet for this one. No pun intended, man. Oh my gosh, I just lost it. Let's look at this second video too. Caitlin Clark is generational, man. They ain't just doing this for anybody. Even NBA players is not getting this type of promotion. You know what I'm saying? By the way, they're not. Why is it not loading? NBA players are struggling to even get this type of promotion. What's going on, man? All right, maybe we'll come back to it. Oh, there it goes. Look at it. It's a different angle. She's all smiles, all happy. It's nice to see Caitlin Clark got her smile back, man. It's nice to see Caitlin Clark got her smile back, man. We haven't seen happy Caitlin Clark since probably early this year, man. This whole, you know what I'm saying, the middle of this year, Caitlin Clark was struggling, just fighting through her injuries, going through a bunch of mishaps, you know, dealing with philosophical issues with her coach, not being able to play her game, you know, throwing attitude, fussing out, being gaslit. Just a rough year for Caitlin Clark, man. But to see how she started it, to see how she ended it, and yes, I know in the beginning she started it all false hope. You know, we all were gaslit. We all thought we was going into a season where everything would run through her fluently. Everybody understood their roles. Boy, was we wrong. But it is what it is. You know, 2026 is a new year. I'm going to try to harp less on what happened last year because I feel like I've got it all out the system. Would you guys agree? I don't think we need to harp on what happened in 2025 much longer. I think we close that chapter. We move on. And it's clear that everybody's not going to be fired this year. So I guess we give everybody a second chance with that meeting that allegedly happened. And I'm open to see how, I'm open to giving chances. But it's a very, very, very short leash this year. Very short leash. I'm not waiting to the end of the year this time. They have a instant, you know, because we already have footage. We have film. We know exactly what works with Kaylin. We know what doesn't work with Kaylin. We're not settling for less this year, genuinely. The ball has to run through Caitlin Clark this year. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Moving on. Hold on. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about as well. But before we get into all of that, let's continue. I don't know why that tab closed on us. Team USA start their FIFA World Cup qualifiers in March. And let us not forget the record she surpassed in March. Hence my comment. The shoe to drop on March 3rd. Oh, that would be smart. To drop it before the season. That would actually be smart. That would be smart. Oh my gosh. And don't forget, I just found out Project B starts in March too as well. So how is that going to work for the players who signed there? Because that could leads into April, that little 10-day tournament with Project B. We'll get into that as well, though. Let's talk about this real quick, though. Where were we at? We were right here. Promo material shown and given out during Caitlin's visit to Nike's headquarters. Really love the promo material they had, including this fire tote bag. Look at this, man. They got a billboard out there. You can make it from anywhere. Is this Nike's way of hinting that they're going worldwide? Because they say it. They saying you can make it from anywhere. Why would they include a map of the world, though? What you guys think? I want to read y'all comments real quick. Let me know. Sophie and Kelsey, there will be an issue. What do you mean by Sophie and Kelsey, there will be an issue? The players and the owners have to ask themselves, what happens if they walk away? How many players will be able to pay their rent? That's true as well. Which is why I said, well, for one, you do have to realize that 90% of these women, the women in this league are being bullied or being coerced, or they're scared to go against the grain. Like we all know this, right? The WNBA is a cult. It's a cult. Caitlin Clark is not a part of the cult, which is why she's neglected. If Caitlin Clark was to embrace the cult, if Caitlin Clark was to embrace the cult, I'm 99% sure everybody will be pushing Caitlin Clark. Everybody would love Caitlin Clark. Everybody would want to be with Caitlin Clark. But because she's not with the cult, they don't like her. They don't like Caitlin Clark because she's not with the cult, Anyways, let's move on. I can't wait to see Nike launch international things while these other women are focused on selling out in the U.S. and trying to, rush their shoes for the U.S. Caitlin Clark is on to the whole world. You can have the America. We have the world. Look at Caitlin Clark, man. They at the office. All smiles. I love the guy behind her just constantly hyping her up, man. Is this more footage? Let's see. I just love it, man. Oh, this is the same footage right here? Oh, this is another angle right here. Hyped up, man. I love it. I love it. Packed out the hallway, had the whole employee staff out there, everybody supporting, embracing Caitlin Clark. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. It is amazing. What else we got? What else we got? Caitlin during her Nike visit. I don't know who this guy is. Might be a fan. But Caitlin Clark, happy as hell, showing all 32 teeth, as you can see. This guy right here kind of looks like Tobey Maguire a little bit. A little different version of Spider-Man in the alternate universe. They know CC is worldwide. I live in the UK. I would love an outlet for Nike here. However, I would still pay the international shipping for some of that merch. Last time I got an item, the shipping was more than a Fever tee. That's all you need to know. Mr. Vendor literally just said he or she lives in the UK and would love an outlet for Nike. Admitted to spending more for the shipping than the actual merch cost. Do you know what type of loyalty and dedication and fanatic you have to be to do something like that? Bro, the Caitlin Clark effect is something insane, man. It's something insane, man. I didn't know how big it was when I first started reacting to Caitlin Clark. But man, it gets crazy about a day. Look at Caitlin Clark, another still shot at her. I love this guy. I don't know who this guy is. Maybe somebody can let me know who this guy is. Protect this guy, man. This bro, he radiates positive energy. Let's look at this, man. Caitlin Clark shooting the ball. Packed out. I'm talking about second floor is packed out. First floor is packed out. They're all just witnessing greatness. Everybody is like, we're going to tell our kids about this. We're going to tell our grandkids about this. Caitlin Clark came to our job today. Everybody's just watching. Nobody had work today. Everybody just came to embrace the GOATs. Free money. Everybody got paid just to watch Caitlin Clark play basketball. Imagine. This is crazy, man. I'm telling you, the Caitlin Clark effect is crazy. What else we got, man? I know we got more footage. Kayla shooting from the steps now. Wait, what she said? She said if she makes it, nobody has to work tomorrow? Kayla said, nope, everybody clock in 9 a.m. sharp. Yeah, I thought y'all was going, nope. Kayla said, we are workaholics around here. Yep. And she almost made that too. So the first one was an air ball. Look. This one was an air ball right here. Look. She airballed it, and then the next one literally hit rim and almost went in. Keep in mind, this is a mini hoop. From the steps, at an angle she's never practiced before. This girl's touch is insane. It's crazy. I don't care if this is glazed, but this is crazy. To be on the steps this high on a rim, you know, like a mini rim. If anybody shot on a mini rim, you know how crazy this is. How are you airballing one shot and immediately adjust your shot and your touch to hit rim and damn near make it the second time? That's you gotta be a she's psychotic. I'm telling you, Caitlin is a sicko in the mind, man. You don't be that good at basketball without being at least mentally off, man. You gotta be something gotta be off up there to be that good at basketball. So she's good at interviewing. She's good at basketball. She can seamlessly fit in with any crowd group. You know, we've seen her with multiple different races, multiple different friend groups, and she just fits in seamlessly every time. She's always good on a mic. She's an entertainer. Like, she's genuinely an all-around superstar on and off the floor. It's different. It's super different. This is not like Tim Duncan, just good at basketball and go home. You know, Jokic, great at basketball, go home. No, off the court, this girl is entertaining as well. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. Like, her parents don't get enough credit for what they did, man. I know Caitlin Clark is her own human being, but her parents did an amazing job raising this woman right here. Because the amount of adversity that she faces, and she never throws a fuss. She never pouts. She never crosses up. And with the influence and power that she possesses, to be that humble, to show this level of humility, that's why I'm a fan of Caitlin Clark, man. I can't do what she does. For one, I wasn't even raised that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm raising myself in a way. Caitlin Clark, it's like she just has that professionalism about her. I try to be as professional as I can, but nowhere near the level of Caitlin Clark. Like, I don't know how she does it. The power that she has. Like, at the sign of, if I went through what Caitlin Clark went through, and this is just me taking accountability, knowing who I am, I would have turned the WNBA on its neck. If these girls was attacking me, I would have had all their jobs before I went to bed on my pillow. I gotta be real with y'all. Or I would have had all their jobs before I went to bed. It gets like that. There's no way y'all about to be gauging my eyes out, slamming me to the ground. All this, no. With me, I get down in that mud with you. That's why I said this year, 2026, I realized, I looked in the mirror, I said, you know what? I'm not Caitlin Clark. I'm Venom. I don't have to be that. I don't have to be as professional as Caitlin Clark. I don't have as much to lose as Caitlin Clark. So when I see people going at Caitlin Clark on the timeline, I'm going to get down to their level. Until further notice. Watch out for me on the timeline. I'm coming. Look at Caitlin Clark, man. Amazing, bro. Amazing. What else we got? Want me to sign it? This fan shot his shot with Caitlin Clark. He wanted his jersey signed. Well, he has the jersey on. He said Caitlin Clark hated on his Expo marker. He has the jersey on. Kayla said he has the jersey on. Get him up here. She said, you want me to sign it? He got to make it for a signature. And unfortunately, he missed it. And even though he missed it for the autograph, Caitlin Clark said, still come here, I got you. She said, even though you missed it, I got you, don't worry about it. And then she saw the marker.
With the Expo marker, never seen that before.
With an Expo marker, I never seen that before.
With the Expo marker, never seen that before.
Natural comedian, man. She's just an all-around human being, man. You love to see it. Caitlin on her Instagram story, sneak peek, she tagged Nike. She put the eye emoji. Nike, are you releasing this or not? The fans need answers. We want answers, Nike. Are you releasing this or not? We need this. We need this. I don't care if it's my last to my knee. I need this. This is a crazy, like a slash, what is it, like a varsity jacket? A bomber? No, this is not varsity. It's like a bomber jacket. Oh, my God. This is insane, man. Panini as well. Maybe it's not too late. But Panini says Caitlin Clark Chronicled will be available at Panini online store tomorrow, January 15th at 11 a.m. and will feature exclusive yellow holo and yellow cubic parallels to Chase Shop here. Chronicled is a 22-page premium keepsake with incredible photography depicting some of Caitlin's favorite moments on and off the court from her first 2 years in the WNBA, from the court to the red carpet and everything in between. Each keepsake includes 8 4-card packs, 32 total trading cards randomly inserted that are part of a 100-card collectible set. Everybody is on the Caitlin Clark hype train. Everybody, all these companies are recognizing what's moving the needle, what's driving the money, what's bringing them revenue, what's bringing them attention, what's selling, and it's Caitlin Clark. Her engagement is all back up. Caitlin Clark is back in her prime. I love this for her because Caitlin Clark had a drop off after her injury. She went off the internet. She went dark for a little bit. She was rehabbing. I know she was pushing her body to the limit, trying to return back. She was ramping up, and the fever told her, nah, sit out. But we're not going to ramp on last year. We're not going to harp on last year. We're on 2026 now. It is what it is. Now, let's look at this, man. Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin, you will always be famous. At the Iowa Arena, they have the Caitlin Clark cutouts on full display. Check this out. Kate Martin, they got the Jen Jensen, they got the mascot. Gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. You have to love it. All right, we have Rachel Demeter calling out gatekeeping when it comes to criticizing WNBA players. I always found it weird how people, especially in the media, seems to be hesitant to criticize from a basketball perspective. Great point. Old guard media and fans, stop being weird and normalize ball critique. And this is one thing that I'm huge on. Even last year when I was criticizing basketball players, and it's kind of sad that when I criticize players, I have to drop a disclaimer, and I still do it to this day out of PTSD. I have to drop a disclaimer like this is nothing personal to the players. When I'm criticizing NBA players, I don't have to say that, but it is what it is. I know the territory when I'm covering the WNBA. Let's listen to this Rachel Demeter clip. Shout out to Rachel.
In my last episode that we posted on Saturday, that people were very upset that I said this. By the way, I don't care if you're upset. I'm going to continue speaking the truth. There oftentimes.
Shout out to Rachel. That alone right there is just everything right there.
In my last episode that we posted on Saturday, that people were very upset that I said this. By the way, I don't care if you're upset. I'm going to continue speaking the truth. There often.
Hey, I don't know if y'all seen that, but Rachel's starting to get tired of y'all crap, man. Rachel's the most unbiased media girl right now, I can say, for sure. When it comes to WNBA creators, Rachel is unbiased. She gives all the girls her flowers when necessary, but she doesn't just go out her way to mention one girl and bring up all the history of the WNBA like the rest of the WNBA media does. No, she doesn't do that. She's a fan of who she's a fan of. And even if she's not a fan of you, she's going to, dissect your game from basketball perspective. Rachel played D1. Rachel is a ball player. Rachel is experienced. Rachel was around NBA players and still is around NBA players. Rachel has all the background. She has all the credential, all the credibility. What you gonna say now? You know what I'm saying? The all around every checklist you need to when it comes to being in the media and knowing what you're talking about, covering, you know what I'm saying? I'm grateful that even I had the chance to collab with Rachel a couple of months ago. Just I love the way she thinks and processes the game, you know what I'm saying? And whenever I come across her content, even if it's not Caitlin Clark related, I see her covering it fairly, and she's received unfair criticism in that process. Fans are going at her because she likes Caitlin Clark. How are you mad that she likes someone, but it doesn't take away from her doing her job? Like, it don't make sense. It genuinely don't make sense to me. But then you got like Stephen A. Smith, who supports the New York Knicks loudly, proudly, but nobody says anything. So yes, you can be in the media and still be a fan of your team. You don't have to act like you're not a fan of a team or a player. You know what I'm saying? It's just wrong, man. People turning on Rachel because, like I said, the WNBA is a cult. And I know Rachel is aware of this. Rachel would never say this, but the WNBA is a cult. And they don't want Rachel sliding over to the CC side, giving Caitlin Clark a flower. They want Rachel to only talk about the other players. I'm not even going to name drop what players. Y'all know exactly who we talking about. And it's unfair. If you want unbiased people in the media, if you want a fair judgment in the media, you need people like Rachel. You know what I'm saying?
This. By the way, I don't care if you're upset. I'm going to continue speaking the truth. There oftentimes is too much spin around women's basketball, and I'm all for covering the game in an accurate and fair way, but it gets to the point where it feels like we're just handing out participation trophies to everybody who is in this league when these are professional athletes. These are professional athletes at the highest stage. We should be able to cover them like we cover the men's sport. If a player is not having a good game, if they need to improve their ball handling, if they need to improve their outside shooting, if they need to improve their defense, if they can't hit the side of a barn during a playoff game, we need to be able to call that out. And then at the same time, when they're playing great, when they're doing well, we can also call that out. And by the way, with my coverage of the game, I'm never taking personal shots at these players, but when we are covering them in my last—
Come on, Rachel, cook, Rachel, cook. What are we talking about right now, man? Cook. She just fried everybody with that last statement. Cause you can't even pull up no film of her going at somebody personally. If she's ever talked about somebody, it's gonna be about their game. She just fried all of you. Is getting under these people's skin because the same thing they tried with Caitlin Clark when they're trying to dig through Caitlin's old tweets and they searching all these nasty words up and can't find nothing. All they find is raindrop, drop top, eyeball, nonstop, stop. It gets them mad. It gets them pissed off. I seen this funny interaction where they was searching for it and it was like, I should pull it up. I should genuinely pull it up, right? I should pull it up. Hold on. I think Correlation had it posted recently. It was funny as hell. These fans were going through Caitlin Clark's old tweets. It was these black people. And they were trying to find Caitlin Clark nasty tweets. And they was like, the first word you searched for was the N-word. And hold on. I'm going to pull it up. Don't even worry about it. I'm going to pull it up. Don't even worry about it. Hold on. Y'all about to see this. I'm pretty sure some of y'all saw it, though. Hold on. I seen it recently. All right, here we go. Is it this? Here we go. All right. So, Caitlin Clark, this is the craziest tweet Caitlin Clark has ever posted. Probably the most ghettoest tweet Caitlin Clark has ever posted. Raindrop, drop top, eyeball, nonstop, stop in 2016. They went all the way down to 2016 to find something nasty, and that's just a funny tweet, right? So, this was an interaction. So they said, wait, no, the full screenshot was in the comments, if I remember correctly. This is the full screenshot. So they went through Caitlin Clark's tweets. They said, somebody pull up Caitlin's old tweets, right? And he said, after thorough research, I'm afraid she's clean, my boy. So he says, the first word you searched for was the N-word, right? And he said, he put the 100 emoji, like meaning facts. I did. And I even searched it with the ER. They went that low. They thought Caitlin went that low. And then they said, look up monkey just in case. This just shows you how they think themselves. Like, how this must be how you think of yourself. To even, like, I've never done this before. I've never looked through someone's tweets to search these kind of words before. So they even said, look up monkey just in case. Nothing. We out of luck, sis. Ashy? Nappy? Nope. This Be Perfect is unbelievable. Like, man, you can't get nothing out of her. But anyways, where were we, man? We was talking about Rachel. Shout out to Rachel because she's not being biased, you know. She cooked everybody with this final statement right here saying,
if they need to improve their ball handling, if they need to improve their outside shooting, if they need to improve their defense, if they can't hit the side of a barn during a playoff game, we need to be able to call that out. And then at the same time, when they're playing great, when they're doing well, we can also call that out. And by the way, with my coverage of the game, I'm never taking personal shots at these players. But when
hey, Rachel, I'm not gonna lie, that was a very specific scenario. We might need some elaboration on that. Who you talking about, Rachel? Talking about you can't hit the side of a barn in a playoff game, not just a regular game, a playoff game. Rachel, who hit in the side of the barn? The people want answers. Anyway, let's move on, man. Shout out to Rachel. We got Aaliyah Balson and Candace Parker doing this face collab. This was a funny little bit right here I wanted to go over. I wanted to see if you guys can get this. But for anybody who didn't watch it, who do you guys think this face collab is with? Obviously, is Aja Wilson. I seen shorter versions. I don't think I watched his full version. But this looks like Aja Wilson and Alicia Gray. Who do you guys think this is? This face collab? Let me know. Can you slow down the replay speed, please? I don't think I could. It was a sped up version. Oh, I could. All right, I'll play it for you guys. Where was it? Hold on, let me see. Oh, it was right here. I'll slow it down for you guys.
last episode,
it's a 36-second clip. I'll slow it down for you guys. Hold on, let me see.
We posted on Saturday that people were very upset that I said this. By the way, I don't care if you're upset. I'm going to continue speaking the truth. There oftentimes is too much spin around women's basketball, and I'm all for covering the game in a accurate and fair way, but it gets to the point where it feels like we're just handing out participation trophies to everybody who is in this league when these are professional athletes. These are professional athletes at the highest stage. We should be able to cover them like we cover the men's sport. If a player is not having a good game, if they need to improve their ball handling, if they need to improve their outside shooting, if they need to improve their defense, if they can't hit the side of a barn during a playoff game, we need to be able to call that out. And then at the same time, when they're playing great, when they're doing well, we can also call that out. And by the way, with my coverage of the game, I'm never taking personal shots at these players, but when we are covering them in my...
Yep. So shout out to Rachel, man. Being unbiased, just covering the game from a fair perspective. I can't wait for the WNBA to get to a space where you can genuinely cover and talk about like players without being attacked. Talk about a player's game. I'm not even talking about them personally. Talk about their game. You know what I'm saying? You can even talk about their physique. If you don't think they're in shape, I feel like that's not off limits. But somehow, some way, that's considered disrespectful in the women's league. I hate that because you are an athlete. Aaliyah Boston slimmed down in year 2 with Caitlin Clark. It's a reason for that. I called it out, and everybody like Venom. That's kind of disrespectful, and I'm like, whoa, how is that disrespectful? I mean, that was my first year in the WNBA. I didn't know that was disrespectful. I think they're athletes. If you come into training camp, they're like James Harden. James Harden came into the training camp overweight. Everybody was criticizing him. He slimmed down. Zion Williamson came into the season overweight. We criticize, like, that should not be off limits because that affects your game. That affects your performance. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just, we're off that. Let's move on. You say you saw this bit right here?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's Asia and Fee.
Fee. That's
Wait.
definitely Alicia Gray. I don't know if y'all can see the cheeks. That's definitely Alicia's
Wait,
cheek.
how did you see Fee?
Do you not see Fee's eyes? Those are Fee's eyes. Are you kidding me?
The
It's only her
eyes,
cheeks, too, I
maybe.
think.
Wow.
Yeah, the cheeks is
You're
Alicia
really
Gray. Though.
good.
Fee
I mean, Asia
Do
for
you agree?
sure.
looks like AJ
Do
Fee.
you agree?
I agree. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna not agree.
Okay,
I'm not
let's
gonna
see.
not
Are
agree.
we right?
Let's see who it is.
knew
Yo,
it.
you are
Wow.
good.
I knew it.
Her cheeks.
literally-
Okay, now I
That's
see it.
literally
Yeah, I knew that. Damn, the eyes I saw Fee, but the cheeks look like Alicia Gray. I
her
didn't see it.
cheeks.
That's
Yeah.
so crazy. And her teeth.
And yeah.
Wow, that was okay. Good job, Aaliyah. That would have taken
Look
me.
at how happy Aaliyah Boston is. Aaliyah showing all 32. I love Aaliyah. This is my son.
Bow,
right here,
bow,
man.
bow.
Oh my God. I just want Aaliyah Boston to have the greatest career ever. I just want Aaliyah Boston. Like, it's so much upside, man. Like, genuinely, I wish sometimes, not even to sound like so self-centered, but I really wish I had a direct line of communication to this team, man. Like, I wish I could call Aaliyah Boston sometimes and be like, Aaliyah, this is one thing I noticed. Like, because when you have everybody's assigned a different job on a coaching staff. Some may break down film, some is scouting, some is worried about the offense, some is worried about the defense, right? Some is worried about the players' conditioning, some trains the players. Nobody ever does everything at once. Nobody's ever looking for everything at once. And I feel like with the way I look at it, I'm forced to look at everything at once because I don't have coaching staffs I could call. I don't have nobody I could say, yo, get this clip for me. And like, I hope I get to that point one day where when we're doing live watch-alongs, et cetera, and a play happens, I can say, hold that play for me for after the game. So I don't got to spend hours breaking down film on my own. As you guys know, I'd be up all the way to 7, 8 in the morning after doing a whole live watch party. That whole process is crazy, but it's the dedication of, what you signed up for. Now, that being said, when you have a team like that and you don't have to do everything and you're not hands-on, some things may slip through the cracks. When you're doing everything at once, I feel like rarely anything slips through the cracks. Like telling Aaliyah Boston simply, hold the screens, Aaliyah. Angle yourself this way, Aaliyah. Wait for Caitlin Clark to curl around, then you go. Like, it's a lot of little small details. Like, when you jog into a screen, the defense can call it out quicker. I'd rather you sprint into the screen. It's so much. And God, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been watching a lot of film, and I haven't, did it to break it down or anything. I just did it for my own knowledge to see how were the Fever playing. Lexi Ho is so much things I even learned from Lexi. Her playing passing lanes, her exploding off her back foot, launching it like an arrow. It's, oh my.
A minute.
I sound like a nerd right now.
All right, let's
Okay,
go
let's
with the
see.
next one. Oh, that's
Oh.
easy. Stewie and
Stewie and
Sue.
Sue. That's pretty
Sue,
easy.
yeah.
That's
this might come off wrong, but the only reason I could tell it's Sue is because of all the wrinkles. Is that bad to say? The only reason I could tell this is Sue Bird is because of the wrinkles and the skin color a little bit, right? Because Sue is a little paler. No, Brianna Stewart is a little pale as well, though.
Final answer. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
There he goes.
That was good.
Definitely the
You
wrinkles,
guys are
though.
pretty good. Post moves.
Who the hell is... No. This got to be Jackie Young somewhere. What? It's got to be Jackie Young somewhere. Who the hell is this?
My gosh. Ka
Oh, Ka.
and Chelsea.
Ka because the hair. I could see Ka because the hair. Chelsea, though? Hell no.
You got the 12 chain for sure, Ka.
Oh,
Oh,
my
that was
gosh,
good.
wow.
That was good.
Chelsea.
That is Chelsea.
Why does that like
12
really
chain was
look like a
good catch.
WNBA player?
No. That's our final
the
answer.
hell?
Like,
Ka and Chelsea. That was good.
Yo.
That was so
that's
quick.
that's
That
a
was a
bad
good
face
one.
word. Oh my God, who is this right here? C22. I know this is Kaylin for sure, but who else is this right here? Y'all let me know. Dwarf Clone coming in here. Sorry I'm late. I fell asleep. I'm old. I'm here for it. Appreciate you, Dwarf Clone. Thank you so much, man. My boy Dwarf Clone always coming and showing some love, man. We just in here vibing, you know. Who is this though? This is Kaylin and Lexi. I see that hair. Oh, Sophie, the blonde though. Who is this? Sabrina. Oh, this could be Sabrina too. Oh, damn, this could be Sabrina. It
oh
definitely.
my gosh, Caitlyn.
Let's see. Look at Aaliyah Boston's face. Aaliyah. Look at Aaliyah Boston, man.
Sabrina.
She got it too. This gotta be
Okay,
Sabrina.
her hair. Yeah.
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 Same thing.
Caitlyn and Sabrina. Final answer.
Let's see if y'all right.
Yo.
Damn.
We.
Nah,
yo,
y'all
we're a
getting it
great
right.
team.
I'm like turning my neck. I'm like, yeah.
Yo, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Nah, y'all doing good right now. Oh, this is Paige and AZ. 100%. AZ's cheeks and eyes. That's Paige and AZ 100%. Tell me that's not Paige and AZ. This gotta be Paige and AZ. What?
Paige and Alana Smith.
The cheeks and eyes.
What?
Alana Smith. Candace
not look
looking
Alana
into her
Smith?
soul. Look at Candace.
But I just see Paige.
Okay, let's see it.
That's definitely Paige and AZ. Lexi? Come on, man. Come on.
Go
to
back.
crop that out.
Go
Wait,
back.
Oh.
What?
Yo.
There's no-
Paige and AZ.
Does that not look
it.
like Alana's like?
I was like, I don't see Alana.
Cause AZ got those like those bare, you know what I'm saying? Like those adorable cheeks. Like, you know when somebody smile and they just like, when babies like she got one of those, AZ got one of those like baby cheeks, you know what I'm saying?
But
No,
I,
I
didn't-
don't really agree with that one. No,
I seen it
Yo.
instantly.
No,
Yo,
I
go
need to see
back.
the
I need to
teeth.
see it
Never knew what
again.
AZ's eye colors was though.
Oh wow.
But you could tell.
So it's
I
like
can't
it's
lie.
AZ's,
That was whoever
it's
did that was
AZ's
crazy work.
teeth.
It's like mouth, yeah.
It's
AZ's
mouth.
teeth,
Damn.
That hairstyle is
AZ's
fire, by the way, Aaliyah.
nose. Oh wow, that's good.
Aaliyah's stressing out
That's
over this.
scary.
That is. Have you ever done the little app where it's like, stud buds?
That's a stud buzz. That was actually. Could you imagine if Courtney's hair was like that? Stud buds. We're going stud buds. Final answer.
Oh, that is everything.
Yo.
Wow.
Yo, but look.
Why did they do her like this though?
Actually, could you imagine if
Nah, they got Courtney out here looking like Wandissimo. What the hell is going on, man? They got looking like nah, they did Court bad,
Courtney's
man.
hair was like that?
What the hell?
Stud buds. We're
Stud
going
Budcita,
final
man.
answer.
Like
That is everything.
Stud Budcita. They did her wrong,
Yo,
man.
but low key, like,
No, that Loki ate. That
low
was
key,
good.
like, all right.
Hey, they gotta soften it up. Talking
I
about
was so
low
stuck
key.
on the page.
Yo, Paige and AZ was wild.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh. This is a Fever player. I see the Fever jersey. I don't know who the hell this could be. What the hell? This looks like nobody on the Fever. Maybe it's Lexi or Sophie though. Blonde, right? But who the hell else? Lexi Plum? Kelsey? Oh my gosh.
Oh
That
my
could be.
goodness. Oh, that's
What the
Asia
hell just
and-
happened? That could be. Hold on. Where is it? Wait. Oh my god. That could be Lexi Plum.
I'll
I'll say that.
Plum.
I could see. I see Kelsey
and
now.
Lexi Hall.
Yeah, I could say that. I like Lexi Plum. I like Lexi Plum.
Damn, that
Sophie
was like
Plum?
really fast.
Nah, I don't see
Final
Sophie.
answer.
I don't see Sophie. Sophie's nowhere in this. I see Lexi.
Oh, Sophie Cunningham. Dang
Wait,
it.
go back.
What?
Dang it. I definitely.
How is that Sophie?
And
Sophie
Lexi Hall.
has different hair. Exactly, right? This is not Sophie's hair.
Damn, that was like really fast. Final answer.
Oh,
What?
Sophie Cunningham. Dang
Wait, go
it.
back.
Dang
Yeah,
it.
go back, bro.
I definitely
Sophie.
thought it was Lexi Hall.
They
I see
cha-
Kelsey's eyes like crazy.
Nah, they changed
I
it.
don't see Sophie.
Yeah, I don't see
Exactly.
Sophie. I
Nah, this
totally
is this
see,
is this is
Lexi Hall.
this manipulation, man.
Honestly, I just see KP.
I see KP.
Yo, that's crazy.
Maybe it's her chin. Whose chin is that?
Okay,
go
go
back.
back.
Whose
one
chin
more
is that?
time. Okay, it's Kelsey's mouth and her eyes. but
That's
it's,
Sophie's
But it
chin.
has it's Sophie's everything
Yeah,
else.
Sophie's forehead and. Wow,
That was the
But
most
it's definitely
confusing one.
KP's eyebrows. Like those,
Yeah,
those eyebrows
you-
slay.
Yeah,
You know KP's eyebrows.
that was the
Yeah,
most
that's for
confusing
sure.
one so far. I'm not gonna
Alright.
lie.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Dang.
Okay, but we're still doing good.
Definitely thought it was Lexi.
Let's see this.
Yo,
one.
that
Get
is
outta here.
crazy.
Next segment. Next segment. Yes, next segment. Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Oh my gosh. So it only took a few years and burying it deep in an omnibus article about the CBA, but ESPN finally admitted in a big 2026 that over time it became clear that Caitlin Clark was a sort of rising tide that helped lift all boats. It's kind of insane that they're finally starting to recognize it. And it's not even the way that we would expect it to be, right? Because you still see the names around it. But let's read this. The fanfare Clark received from college carried over to the WNBA, which saw a historic year in attendance, viewership, and other key metrics. While Clark was the driving force of the sport's rise in popularity, other college stars such as the fellow 2024 draftee Angel Reese and the more recently 2025 number one pick Paige Beckers also brought in significant followings to the WNBA. Now, before we even move on, if you look at your screen, Angel Reese indeed is at the bottom and Paige Beckers is indeed at the bottom. So already what we learned in today's FIFA Fridays that these two names were connected for bringing in viewers, and these two names were connected in for bringing in viewers. What do all four of these teams have in common? They were at the bottom of the league with attendance. Insane. But when you look at the top, the thriving teams, the thriving players, just look at the top two, for example. What is the common denominator? And it's ironic that I drew a letter C trying to make that. It's Caitlin Clark. The fans are being gaslit to this day. You're bringing Caitlin Clark's name up only when you got to mention Angel Reese and Paige Beckers. Talking about sort of a rising tide. You can't even say she was the rising tide that lifted all boats. You could say lifted all swimmers because I don't even know if these women had boats to begin with. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on, man. Where was it? All right. Over time, it became clear Clark was a sort of rising tide that helped lift all boats. The epic WNBA finals in 2024 between the Liberty and Minnesota Lynx were the most viewed in 25 years. Well, at least they're giving Caitlin Clark some type of credit, right? That, maybe CC viewers, definitely CC viewers were watching the finals. And it's not just Caitlin Clark viewers, because you heard Satu Sabali say it herself. You're making fans in our city want to care about women's basketball. So it's just bringing more love to the sport in general. Even if they're not a fan of Caitlin Clark, they're now in the seats because of Caitlin Clark. So that still is the Caitlin Clark effect. And a WNBA player that was never a teammate of Caitlin Clark said that out her own mouth. So don't take it from me. Take it from the players themselves. Saying it's dope. Satu embraced the Caitlin Clark effect. Moving on. Shout out to CC. ESPN. I don't want to say shout out to ESPN because, as you can see, shout out to Ken Swift, my brother. We've chased enough of you fans away and gaslit the ones who stayed. So now it's time for us to just admit it was Caitlin all along. Shout out to Ken Swift, man. Just because he made it, he didn't have to say too much. We chased enough of you fans away. We felt it in the pockets. We felt it in the drop of viewership, right? We gaslit the ones who stayed. We tried to convert the ones that stayed to convert over to this side, right? But at this point, we realized you're not budging, right? So now it's time for us to just admit it was Caitlin all along. Couldn't have said it any better. All right. Now there's a disgusting article that was titled, Is Caitlin Clark playing an Unrivaled? Shout out to Ken Swift once again for calling this out. Said, are you serious, USA Today? He said, not sure what's more embarrassing. You decide. 1, Fee bringing up the fact that she had a conversation about Caitlyn with Kathy during year 1 of Unrivaled and not only never told Caitlyn, but only brought it up for clicks and exposure during her presser months later. Fact. Or 2, Unrivaled ratings suck in year 2, and someone getting USA Today to drop an article teasing Caitlyn's playing so her fans will start watching like Unrivaled did leading up to all last year's first season. That's right as well. Or 3, that genius writer does the article and can't spell Caitlyn's last name. As you can see, he didn't spell Caitlin Clark, he spelled Caitlin Clack. He spelled Caitlin Clack like a duck, a quack. Like what? Like, you gotta choose. Which one is more embarrassing? 1, 2, or 3? Because he made a good point with number 1. For 1, Ken Swift says, Fee brung up the fact that she had a conversation about Caitlyn with Kathy. For 1, Fee, you and Caitlyn Clark share agents. For 2, the fact that you never told Caitlyn all those months later was genuinely crazy. Shows you running an agenda, running a narrative, knowing the CVA is coming up as well. You tried to set the league on fire so Unrivaled could be booming. And now I'm starting to realize that the reason why I broke this down as well, if you guys want to see, the reason I figured out why Fee has become desperate. I figured out why Fee is doing the things that she's doing. Where is it? I highlighted it all right here. Let me see. Where was it? Where is it? 3, 2, 1. Where did I post it? Okay, here we go. Right here. Perfect. I said, since nobody's called it out, I'll say it first. Stu and Fee tried to play the long game, co-founding Unrivaled. Right? They co-founded Unrivaled in 2023, hoping Caitlyn would play in at least one of those years. As we saw them false advertise Caitlyn subliminally 2 years in a row, forcing Caitlyn to confirm she will not play twice, right? Knowing the CBA was upcoming and they needed leverage / cushion. So we know already that the 2 years of Unrivaled, they tried to false advertise Caitlyn 2 years in a row to make it seem like Caitlin Clark will be playing, selling tickets before not making it clear what the rosters are. Caitlin, seeing the method, she patched it both years. You tried to broadcast the last year talking about 11:22 a.m. we'll announce it. It's 2 slots open, right? There's a number 22, right? All these 22s you was throwing out there trying to false advertise Caitlin last year, and she let it play out. Caitlin, being the real upstanding woman she is, she let it play out because you're not profiting off this yet. But the minute that they did all that false advertising, they launched tickets. That's when Caitlyn immediately, and I mean immediately, minutes later, came out and confirmed that she will not be playing in Unrivaled in year 1. Now this year, they tried to market Caitlin Clark once again. Caitlin Clark immediately came out and said, I will not be playing again. So it's becoming increasingly clear, as you can see. Let's continue reading. If Caitlin Clark played in any of these 2 years, the leverage they would have had would be insane. But the hard truth is, Unrivaled is now failing, and the TV deals are going to fall out now that these companies know that no Caitlin equals no investment. I wouldn't be surprised if Fee promised these TV owners that Caitlin Clark would play. It's another reason why Fee name dropped Caitlin in her exit interview, hoping Caitlin would turn on the WNBA, because despite all the crap Caitlin gets from the league, she is the biggest advocate for the WNBA. If I learned anything about business, is you can't do everything at once successfully. You put your all into one thing at a time, and at this rate, Unrivaled will be shut down or running on fumes in a year or 2 because they can no longer pay high nor afford to operate in the red. And with these 2 unsuccessful years, you can say, especially the second year, seeing a decrease, a drop off, right? No return on investment, right? In year 3, when that TV deal has to be renegotiated, and those other companies, the Paramount, the HBO, and all these other things, how are you going to pay the girls then? Sephora might pull back. How are you going to pay these girls then? How are you going to afford to keep the league then? How are you going to afford for the promotion, pay the admins, pay the coaches? These are things that you have to question, which is why I said these girls are being loyal to a facade. These girls are being loyal to an imagination. Unrivaled is not real. Unrivaled is not sustainable. The WNBA is permanent. They are being funded by the NBA. Win or lose, the WNBA will still be there. Unrivaled will not always be there. They don't have nobody backing them up like that. So these players know that, which is why they're panicking, they're grasping at straws. TNT is probably calling, like you said, Caitlyn will be playing. What's going on? These numbers are not numbering. What is happening? It's a lot of questions. Sophie had to make a strategic move. She made a business decision. Okay, it's clear Caitlyn might not play this year if I don't do what I do. The best shot I have at Caitlyn playing in Unrivaled and giving Kathy a smack to the face is by showing Caitlyn Clark what Kathy has said behind her back. And expecting Caitlyn Clark to be like, Kathy said this about me, I'm playing for Unrivaled. No, Fee. Project failed. Moving on. That was embarrassing on Fee's part. So, what's worse, like we were saying, number one, Fee bringing that up without telling Caitlyn until it was convenient for her. Or two, Unrivaled ratings being trash in year 2, and somebody getting USA Today to drop an article teasing Caitlyn's fan, because you know Caitlyn's fan base is so diverse, it's so big that this USA Today article would get on the desk of a couple of Caitlyn Clark fans, and it would be enough to at least bring in some type of Caitlyn Clark viewers. You know what I'm saying? Some type of interest, just to get some extra views, just to get some extra clickbait. You know, this is clickbait at its finest. Or 3, this writer rushing to get this out so fast that he misspelled Caitlyn Clark's name. When I was in school, there was something called proofreading. I'm pretty sure when you're writing a news article, that's the number one thing you should do before publishing, right? You proofread. Embarrassing. It's how you spell clack, man. Or like, what are we doing, man? This whole situation is a mess, guys. This whole situation is a mess. So the Indiana Fever went around posting everybody's old pictures from 2016, and Caitlyn went to comment, "I can't be got." Because they didn't catch Caitlyn Clark, no post in 2016. The Fever even replied and said, "We tried to scroll, we found nothing," right? But then fans went and put together and exposed Caitlyn Clark's 2016 picture. See, Caitlyn, you might be able to hide from the Fever admin, but one thing about the internet, you can't hide from your fans. Let's look at this together, man. Throw it back to 2016 high school Caitlyn. Let me see if y'all recognize anybody over here. I don't know who this is. Caitlyn having fun with Caitlyn Clark, a number 3 jersey. I don't know who this is. Hopefully this don't start no drama that's being leaked. Oh my gosh, man. Caitlyn Clark at 2016 having fun. Was that her dad? Is this Caitlyn Clark's dad looking young as hell over here? Hell no, right? This can't be her dad. Look at Caitlyn Clark. Oh, I see why the personality is there. And she had her pants with Clark on it. Nah, sometimes you forget that Caitlyn Clark is genuine. Like, she was genuinely a kid. Like, it's easy to just think about this mature version of Caitlyn Clark now. But sometimes you forget, like, at one point, nobody knew who she was. And she went through all of that. And this was the maturity. Like, this is crazy to think about. Like, it's kind of blowing my brain away to think about. Like, this version of Caitlyn Clark could walk into a supermarket and nobody stops her. Probably only people in her local community. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of crazy and wild to think about. Anyways, what else we got? By the way, December 17th last year, 2024, we had Caitlyn Clark workout. 13-minute exclusive look at Caitlyn Clark's first practice with Stephanie White, right? This is when we was all like, oh my gosh, we see we're going to get the season we all want. Stephanie White's working with her. Caitlyn looks happy. You know, Caitlyn gave us the tongue out, showing she was happy as hell. Y'all remember all of this, right? Good. The tongue out. Caitlyn Clark was out there trolling, happy as hell, like just embracing. This is happy Caitlyn Clark. This is the Caitlyn Clark that we thought we was going. And she started off the season beautiful. You know, triple-double on the Chicago Sky blowout. And then they launched that investigation. Then the dark cloud come out of nowhere. The injuries start rolling in. You know, we don't see Caitlyn Clark running Caitlyn Clark basketball. It's just a whole bunch of nonsense. Anyways, shout out to Claire. Spotted some very faint tone on lettering on Caitlyn's top at Nike's headquarters today. My way too early prediction, make more threes. So, oh, okay. Okay. Let's look at this clip right here. Claire attached to it as well. Shout out to Claire.
Less threes.
Less threes? More threes.
Less threes.
Less threes? More threes.
W clip, man. What else we got? Oh, they were talking about Caitlyn at the Nike facility, Nike headquarters. Ken, the creator who posted it, said she's still here. You got a reply said, is this some type of event or meet and greet? Ken said, signed athletes come here a lot. We're investing a lot into her. Oh, this is a Nike employee, I'm assuming. So they're investing a lot into Caitlyn Clark. We're gonna this is gonna be an insane rollout, man. Nike headquarter brought back the Caitlyn logo, the coffee, the cookies. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. ESPN, we got another racial clip of ESPN cherry picking a Caitlin Clark stat to make these other girls' college careers look somewhat comparable to Caitlin Clark.
I can't believe ESPN used this graphic. Most 30-point games versus AP ranked opponents. So as you can see, Juju's here, Caitlin's here, Paige is here, and Hannah Hidalgo is here. Now, if you're looking at this graphic and you're not looking at the fine details, it looks like Juju clearly has the most 30-point games against AP ranked opponents. And then Caitlin Clark is second, Paige is third, and Hannah Hidalgo is creeping in on that mix. However, it says since 2023-2024 season. So with that in mind, Caitlin Clark had 7 in 1 season. Paige Beckers had 5 over 2 seasons. Hannah Hidalgo had 5 over 2.5 seasons. And then Juju had 10 over 2 seasons. So it's not actually the most accurate graphic unless you're looking at the timeline of it. All of these players have played different amounts of time in college. And it's kind of misleading because Caitlin Clark actually had 23 games with 30 plus points against AP ranked opponents during her entire Iowa career, which was from 2020 to 2024. Hannah Hidalgo has a season and a half left, and Juju has 2 more seasons left. So we'll just have to see where it goes.
Yeah, they
I can't believe
they really cherry picked this stat, and it's kind of crazy because it they didn't even cherry pick it to make it look like, to be honest, and at least keep Caitlin Clark ahead, because she is ahead, right, statistically, right? They cherry picked it by severing off the 16 30-point games that she had to make Juju Watkins number 1. Like, this is what I'm saying. This is, and like I said, man, the machine once again pushing these players instead of organically letting it play out, letting fans choose who they're fans of, and you push who is the most popular girl. Caitlin Clark is the most popular, so why not push her with the machine? Instead, you're cherry picking stats. You don't have to cherry pick stats with Caitlin Clark. She picked the organic stats. You're trying to push these girls to be ahead of Caitlin Clark so much, and you're trying to take away from her, and instead it's going to take away from your own credibility. Fans have access to information now. This is not 2005 where we don't have Google at the speed of our point. We have everything on our fingertips. If I want to fact check anything you say, I can literally just Google search one thing and find out if what you're saying is true or not. That's the world we're in today. you can't lie to, like, no, you can't pull that card no more. You know what I'm saying? Fans have too much access to information nowadays to be, gaslighting everybody like this. The WNBPA though has agreed to the league's latest response, a moratorium. A source familiar with negotiations told me this moratorium will apply to free agency, the sending out of qualifying offers, and core designations, which technically began yesterday. So at least this speeds up something. Something you could take out, another hump in the road that you're getting rid of early, so you don't have to cramp everything into like May or April into like a 2-week span where you do a draft and all this other stuff quick as hell. So that's good news there for at least that. Man, this whole CBA thing is just giving us fatigue as fans. Like, just give us a season. Give us this season at least. Let these owners see that this is sustainable. Like, just prove it. They're telling you prove it. If it's real, just prove it. But you know that it's Caitlin Clark that's really bringing in all these numbers, and you have the WNBPA pushing and lying to themselves. They're telling themselves what makes them feel better, like saying stupid things like this. More than 3 million fans flock to see stars like A'ja Wilson of the Aces and Alyssa Thomas of the Mercury. Like, come on, what are we talking about right now? We just looked at their attendance. They're bottom of the league, man. How many times do we got to pull this up? Aces and the Mercury are literally best friends, next door neighbors, right? Middle of the pack teams. Chicago Sky, Dallas Wings, the second player that they're trying to promote, they're at the bottom of the league. Instead, the girl who's not getting all the exposure is the girl that's at the top, is Caitlin Clark. Like, when are you going to start promoting the girls? Like, ESPN is finally starting to change their tune, waiting for the WNBA to change their tune. It's not going to change. Nobody's going to magically come in and be bigger than Caitlin Clark. They're waiting for their savior when it's right in their face. But I don't know what it is, man. These players are behind the scenes telling the leagues like, nah, we don't want this to be the face. We don't. I know what's going on, man. Well, at least I think I know what's going on. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be stuck on, cry over spilt milk. It's their loss at the end of the day. Caitlin Clark's pockets is unfazed, is untouched. We're going to continue pouring into her regardless if there's a season or not. Anyways, though, this is the end of Fever Fridays. If you guys appreciated this live stream, I didn't intend on being here this long. You guys just made it amazing. You guys are genuinely the best, man. I hope all you guys are doing well. W stream. You know, I'll see you guys next Friday, 100%. You know, hopefully I'm not missing out on anything else. Look at the attendance. They only averaged 1.5 million views in the finals. That's a regular season game for the Fever without Caitlin Clark. That as well. You know what I'm saying? That as well. Like Caitlin Clark was pulling regular season numbers that they was pulling in the finals, man. It's crazy, man. It is crazy. But if you could clearly see the Indiana Fever dominated, you know what I mean? Dominated. Anyways, though, chat, we out of here. I love you guys so much. Shout out to Anna. Shout out to Danielle, Kurt, Moore, Greg. Athena is in here. Shout out to Athena. Let me make sure Dwarf Clone, you know, Mr. Vendor. Let me make sure I'm not missing nobody. Braids. Yeah, I love all you guys. Philip, man, you know. Yeah, we out of here, man. Melinda, you guys are the best. See you guys next Friday. V, everybody. Peace out. Love you guys. We out of here.